allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, before we begin, one of our commissioners has resigned, and I have his resignation here from C. Gary Stewart. To whom it may concern, as required by Article 7, Section C78D of the Elkton Charter, any commissioner who shall file for election of the office of mayor shall first resign his or her seat on the Board of Commissioners. I hereby tender my resignation as Commissioner of the Town of Elkton effective immediately. I'm requesting that I be included in the dedication of the wastewater treatment plant. I shedded much sweat and tears bringing this upgrade to Elkton, as did the rest of the board, and would appreciate your consideration. Sincerely, C. Gary Stewart, Commissioner. Do I have a motion to accept Commissioner Stewart's resignation?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay. Get the motion to accept the minutes of April 7th.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes from the meeting on April the 7th.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion to accept the financial report and payment of the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Steve, I believe we have a budget amendment.
Yes, I have two this evening. The first is budget amendment number 2010-017, is to recognize $2,000 in a community grant from Walmart Foundation to be used for by the Elkton Police Department for training and education, $1,900, and $100 for operating supplies.
Okay, do I have a motion to accept budget amendment 2010-017?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, budget amendment number 2010-018 is to transfer $1,500 from Parks and Rec repairs and maintenance account into their skateboard parks expense. Skateboard park expense. That's to repair items unique to the skateboard park.
So repair what?
Repair items unique to the skateboard park. Got a separate line item for that. So it's $1,500 transferred within the Department of Parks and Rec.
I'll make a motion that we accept.
Okay.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, we have a proclamation. Proclamation, whereas the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton honor the sacrifice of the men and women of our armed forces, and whereas the Silver Star Families of America was formed to ensure that we remember the sacrifices of our ill and wounded soldiers by manufacturing a Silver Star banner and a flag for the presentation to these heroes and their families. And whereas the members of the Silver Star Families of America have worked tirelessly to provide thousands of Silver Star banner, flags, and care packages to the wounded and their families. And whereas the Silver Star Families of America sole mission is that every time someone sees a Silver Star banner or Silver Star flag displayed, the sacrifice of the soldier is remembered and honored as a selfless act of patriotism. And whereas the citizens of the Town of Elkton recognize that the sacrifices of so many in our armed forces should never be forgotten. So therefore, on behalf of the Mayor and Commissioners and the citizens of the Town of Elkton, I hereby proclaim our appreciation of the Silver Star Families of America and their commitment to the wounded members of our armed forces, and hereby declare May 1st, 2010 as Silver Star Banner Day in the Town of Elkton, and encourage all Elkton citizens to support this organization's noble humanitarian mission. And whereas I have unto set my hand the seal 21st day of April 2010. Joseph Elkton, Mayor. Do I hear a motion to accept the proclamation?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, Louis, anything?
Kim has the resolution, I think.
Pardon?
It just has, Kim has resolution,
Okay.
this can't,
All right.
but he has mitigation plan.
Good evening. Beginning of 2009, we actually had to submit an updated hazard mitigation plan to the county, which in turn then went to FEMA for approval. All the municipalities and the county plan has been approved. So what we need to do in order to receive funds in the event that there is an unforeseen natural disaster is we have to adopt the plan as well as the county's plan. So the resolution states the following: resolution of the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton adopting the Town of Elkton's Hazard Mitigation Plan 2009 update, and the Cecil County's Hazard Mitigation Plan is approved by the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Whereas the Robert T. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, as amended by the Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000, provides the legal basis for local governments to undertake a risk-based approach to reducing risk from natural hazards through mitigation planning. And whereas Section 322 of the Federal Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000 requires local government agencies to develop and submit a hazard mitigation plan in order to receive future hazard mitigation grant program funds. And whereas the Mayor and Commissioners recognize the importance of protecting the citizens and property within the Town of Elkton from future disasters by reducing or eliminating vulnerability before the next disaster threatens, and whereas the Town of Elkton's Hazard Mitigation Committee worked with the Cecil County Department of Emergency Services personnel to conduct a comprehensive risk reduction analysis, resulting in the 2009 update, which builds on the objectives and actions established in the 2004 Hazard Mitigation Plan. And whereas approval of the Town of Elkton's Hazard Mitigation Plan 2009 update and the Cecil County's Hazard Mitigation Plan by FEMA constitutes formal completion of the plan and establishes eligibility for the town to pursue hazard mitigation funds. Now therefore be it resolved that the Mayor and Commissioners of the Town of Elkton hereby adopt the Town of Elkton's Hazard Mitigation Plan 2009 update and the Cecil County Hazard Mitigation Plan in accordance with the Federal Disaster Mitigation Act of 2000, thereby meeting the eligibility requirements for the potential receipt of hazard mitigation grant funds.
Next time she'll read it fast.
It was so much.
All right. Any questions? A motion to accept the Hazard Migration Plan 2009 update.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
The only thing I have is, we have a vacancy on the election board. And I'd like to make an appointment to there. That's a recommendation of the chairperson. Her name is Jill Bambos. She is a contact administrator at the University of Delaware. She lives on Lafayette Drive. She's lived in Elkton for 13 years and is very interested in getting involved with the town. So can I get a motion to accept her to be on the election board?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Hold it for discussion. You said that come from the recommendation of whom?
Paul Newton.
Okay. I know who it is. I just didn't hear you state it.
Okay. All those in favor?